Okay, cool. Oh my god, I just got this. I just got this new camera, and like I'm trying to film with it. So my friend, like God bless him, he like lent me his camera, but I like kind of have like no idea how it works. But like hopefully, yeah, this works. I just got this new ring binder, and I like love it. So I kind of wanted to talk about it, and I guess maybe just talk about my system, like what I'm doing, and I guess yeah, like how I'm note keeping and like keeping track of things. So like before I used to use, I think like a Leuchtturm, I think it's called an A6, like a Leuchtturm A6 notebook, and I think it just ran out, and then I got a Moleskine, like an A6 Moleskine, and that was, I don't know, the paper was so bad, because now I also use a fountain pen. So the paper was so bad, and I ended up just like, yeah, I couldn't be bothered keeping notes in it. So like recently I saw someone else on YouTube, and I guess there's just so many people who have these ring binders, but everybody kind of has like a Filofax. And for me, I think like Filofax is kind of like, I don't know, like a bit serious. So I'm not super into that, but I wanted something that's just a little bit more casual and a little bit more playful. And so I got one of these. I got this one from Temu actually. And it's actually, I don't know, I kind of love it. Like yeah, really, really love it. And yeah, like what I love about it is because I just have so much scrap paper that I can just kind of like put all these paper scraps in here, and you just kind of, yeah, like do the hole punching, and then you just put, yeah, like all your scrap papers in there. And yeah, like, I don't know, I think it's so much fun. I think it's so much fun. So yeah, I just wanted to do like a little flip through, and I just started this, so it's kind of like the beginning of May, and so I just wanted to go through the beginning of May, and then yeah, maybe we'll check in at the end of May and see what the archiving looks like. But yeah, actually maybe before that, I'll just show you how else I'm, like what's part of my like system. So I also have this is my like Midori, I think it's like B5 Slim or something like this. And I just have like a bunch of, this is where I do, I guess, my journaling. So just generally writing about my feelings and things like this. Looks like this. And then I also have my tracker. So I have a Leuchtturm. Actually, maybe this is B5 Slim. Like, I don't know what size this is, actually. So I think this is B5 Slim, Leuchtturm, and this is where I do like just general tracking. So actually, I spilled some ink here, but what I want to do is actually move this into something that's a bit more casual, because it's just kind of like general like note taking. So like kind of like things I want to buy. I also have one that's like things I bought spontaneously. Oh yeah, I spilled some water here. Things that I want to paint and draw. Things I want to eat. Fortune cookies I've collected. And yeah, so this was, I guess, I've actually been tracking like for a while now. And this might be like my third Leuchtturm of tracking. So I have just, yeah, generally what I have is like here I have my February intentions, and just, yeah, like a tracker of like when I went to the gym, when I did weights and things like that. But this I would actually, like intentions and stuff, I think I might actually move into here, because I'm just gonna keep one of these monthly and then archive this like monthly. So I think that kind of makes more sense. And so what I do is generally, it's actually more just tracking what I eat. So I just kind of draw like what I eat and do like a little flip through of that. And so actually at the beginning of the year, so this, I guess I started this one in February, like I don't really, like I just change them when they sort of run out. Like I don't really have like a yearly, it doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, and so I was like, oh, you know, because it's like a bigger one, because I think the one that I had before this was like an A6, so the smaller one of this. And so I was like, I'm gonna actually put to-dos and things in here as well. But I actually found that wasn't the best, even though I did manage it for a little bit. It wasn't the best because I guess you probably want to carry your to-dos around. Like, so something that's just a bit smaller and a bit like more portable. And I guess a bit more throwaway as well. Because some of this stuff is just, you know, like, yeah, like they're just to-dos, and maybe I'll throw it away. I actually don't know. I feel like, yeah, this is how like hoarding begins. Where because I feel like I'm going to archive like all the notes from here. And that's just kind of yeah, like I feel like I want to keep all those. So I don't know. But yeah, like this is generally what it looks like. And I don't know, I think for me, like drawing what I eat, that's like just such a like pleasurable part of my day. And I really, really love doing that. So I'll probably, hopefully do that for like as long as I can. I mean, obviously, like when you go on vacation and things like that, like, you know, you get kind of a bit exhausted. And yeah, like I think there are definitely days that I missed. But so far I've been, like, I think I've been pretty good with it. Just having like all that. Yeah, like just, it's also just really fun and like a really creative like outlet, I think. So I don't know, I really recommend, yeah, if anybody wants to like track, like I think it's kind of like a fun way to track. So yeah, so there's that. So I have this feelings, and then this now is just like my catch-all. And so I really love it because it's just so small, and you can also just kind of slip like everything into it, right? So here's like what is this? Just like a dentist invoice that I recently got. So I just kind of like got it from the dentist, and then I put it here. And then sometimes I take little notes just about like what I did during the day, which I also really like. And then yeah, like sometimes I do little drawings. And so the beginning, I'll just start flipping from the beginning. So I just drew this little calendar, I suppose, this little calendar. And then I also just kind of wrote like a bunch of questions. I think these are just kind of throwaway notes. So these are blank, and then I have just a to-do list. So this is my to-dos for today. Like what I need to buy, I guess, like just a kind of a grocery list. And then I just write out like sort of like, I guess, generally I do like a week, like it's like a weekly plan. And I just also do that on like scrap paper as well. This is like, yeah, I was like having ideas about how to improve habits. And this is kind of like, I guess, like a goal of like a daily routine of just like what I'm like like maybe this month I could try this as like a daily routine, because I'm actually really bad at like having a routine. So that's kind of something that I wanted to do. And then I also have, I guess, just a running list of what's left in the fridge. I feel like, yeah, there's just like, I don't know, I'm trying to like tackle my food waste sort of issue. And then this one as well, I'm going on a trip. So I'm just kind of like, what do I need to pack for that trip? And then this, let me just move this over here. And then, yeah, like just kind of ways to like think things out, I guess, think things through. Again, I put my May intentions here. So I guess I just always have them with me, which I like. Yeah, and then also I guess I just draw ideas of things that I think I'm gonna paint later. Yeah, I don't know, I really like it. And then so the next section is like the future log section. I don't know, it's not really planning, like, because I was talking to a friend about this. She was like, you mean planning? I was like, no, it's not really planning, because it's just kind of like maybe things that I could do. But I do have like, I guess, a June 2026 calendar that like I drew myself. Like I generally just do my own stuff. Like I don't print anything out. I quite enjoy that, actually, just like for fun. I think it's quite fun. Things I want to eat. I have a running list of things I want to eat. Little recipes that I also get, because I guess I watch a lot of, like everyone, watch a lot of Instagram stories, and then I just kind of take a screenshot of the recipe, and then it's just kind of like a bunch of screenshots on my phone, and then I end up like never making it. So I was kind of like, you know what, if I put it in here and I write it down, it's just a bit more intentional, and yeah, I'll make it at some point. And so there's just like a few recipes there. These are just blank. This one's blank. Or I think maybe I had a list of a salad. Oh yeah, like I went out with like a friend, and then we were eating a salad, and I was like, oh, I really like this salad, but you know, like I feel like I could make it better with like these other things that I like. So I kind of just wrote that down. What else do I have? So I have also want to buy, like things that I would like to buy. And generally I write horizontally. I know it's a bit of a mess at the moment because it's like my first month. sort of like figuring it out. And I think, yeah, like I think I'll get better at it. But it's like so much fun. I got a bunch of acrylic markers again with this same order. And so I just kind of swatched them here. Oh, places I want to go as well. Just, I guess, not like so much like travel destinations, but just like, oh, like, yeah, I really wanted to go to IKEA. So things I'm looking forward to. Again, just this was another list of just things to kind of like paint. These are just random things. I also, because I was having dinner with my friends, so I just kind of took some dinner notes as well, because we were kind of talking about like sort of funny stuff. Yeah, like ideas. Little like kind of, yeah, like words that I heard, you know, like that was kind of sort of a funny thing. I just put this here actually just to like mark sort of where all the, I guess the scrap paper starts. And I'm actually so excited about this because I know I also recently started like an index card addiction. So I'm kind of like really addicted to going and like finding different types of index cards. And I don't know, I kind of want to, I'm like tempted to make a separate video on that because I love index cards. So yeah, this is like an index card that I found. This one's very tiny, but it actually has like a green grid, which I think is like pretty rare, right? But it only came in this tiny A8 size. And so I was like, oh, like I wish it came in like an A7 or like even like an A6, that would have been cool. This was just like a bunch of index cards that I bought. I think they were just, it also has a green line, which I think is also really rare. This is a rare one. This is a rare index card. Yeah, so I don't know, it's just super exciting. And so what's this? Oh yeah, so I guess I just also sometimes make notes about German, like I'm learning German. Just a bit of doodling. I like to also really keep a running list of just things I'm loving this month, you know, because I think that's just like a fun thing, you know, and like just kind of think about life a bit more and like, yeah, like what's fun and what are you liking? And so, yeah. And then I kind of, sometimes I do little doodles. And here as well, so I finally did go to IKEA because I like wrote it down that I want to go. And so then I went and yeah, like I had a coffee there. I don't know, it was just like a fun day, like a fun little day out. This is also some other paper that has a green grid. So it's from the same brand as this index card. And they have like little sort of like really thin notepad paper, which is also super fun to use. And then I just, yeah, like I have a bunch of scrap paper that I just cut out. Cause I always like, I guess you just always have like notebooks that you don't finish, right? Or like notepads that you don't finish. And then you can just kind of like cut it out and like put it in here. Yeah, like these like papers that I got, like I just always buy like these note blocks that like, yeah, I just end up not really using because I guess like I just don't carry it around with me. Like it's pretty hard to carry around like you know, like one of those glued sort of like note blocks. Yeah, and then I just put a couple of Post-its here as well. And then like what I really love as well is like, cause you always find like when you go to the art gallery or when you go to like a museum, they have kind of like brochures and things that you can just like cut them out, like put them in. And I don't know, I kind of like love that. I'm like loving that. And so actually I might show you, so I had a dinner with my friend and then we were there and I got like some more, like things that I really just wanted to put in. So I was like she gave me this card because it's like my birthday soon. So she gave me this. And then I got this from the place. And so I kind of like just punched holes in it. And yeah, like, I don't know, you kind of just like put this in as well. But I don't know, and these are just like old sort of lists that I was like, oh, this is not really relevant anymore. This is like a Moomin. It's like old sort of list that's not really relevant anymore. But I'm also like, yeah, like do people just keep everything? Like at what point, yeah, like archiving, like at what point do you become like a hoarder? So that's kind of the question as well. And so I guess I'll know at the end of the month because I do think like you can't keep everything, you know? You can't keep everything. So yeah, but it is like, I don't know, so I think I got it like at the beginning of this month. And it's already been just, I don't know, so much fun to like collect the stuff. And I think what it does as well is it also makes you kind of like, you know, you're kind of more likely to sort of look around for things. So you're like noticing things that, you know, interesting things that you're like, hey, maybe I can put that in my binder. And it is like, yeah, it's like really like a fun activity. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I just really want to talk about it, and I don't think I'm gonna get a Filofax or anything like that. Like I'm pretty like satisfied with this system like right now. Like I just kind of like love it, and I love how simple it is and how it's just not, yeah, like I'm not a corporate person. So I feel like, yeah, like Filofax and things like this is like very corporate, but I don't know, I'm not sure. But yeah, like, I don't know, thanks so much for watching, and yeah, like let's check in at the end of the month and like see how that goes. Bye.